Welcome back, everyone, to BBB Sharing. I'm Evie, Director of Ignite, sparked by BBB. We are here in the Ignite podcast studio with Chica Casey, right?
Yes.
Awesome. Chica, you brought a couple friends with you today. You all go ahead and introduce yourselves.
My name is Denico Harris.
And I'm Ebony Henderson.
I love the name Ebony.
Thank you.
So tell me, Chica, what do you do?
So I am a movie producer out of Petersburg, Virginia.
That's so cool.
Yes. Basically right now I just dropped a movie called Trapped in the Game. And that movie came out October the 15th. And we produced it back in 2023. We started it. We finished in 2024. So yeah, we just dropped that movie. We're getting a lot of good feedback. As a matter of fact, some of my cast, they keep calling me saying, hey, I need to carry around a pad and a pen because people just keep stopping me, asking me, were you in the movie? You were in that movie Trapped in the Game on Tubi? So yeah, it's getting a lot of notoriety.
That's cool. So what's the movie about?
So Trapped in the Game is basically like a sex trafficking movie.
Okay.
It doesn't go deep into like the
graphics of it all.
The graphics, yeah. But basically it's like 5 different scenarios of how young females get trapped in the game. It could be that you just minding your business, walking down the street, you could get snatched up, coming out of the mall, you could be shopping, some people, they take it upon themselves to just go and sell themselves because they feel like they have no other choice, just to make a living. So it's just different scenarios of how these females get caught up, trapped in the game, and mostly young females, young girls, want to be defiant to their parents, don't want to listen, and then they get connected with these young guys, and then they're thinking, they're grown now, so then they get them caught up in trafficking and stuff. So we just want to make sure that people are more aware of their surroundings and just pay attention, because we see this like every day, but we ignore it because we so focused on what we're doing, and we don't realize that we could be witnessing somebody getting snatched up right in front of our eyes.
That's the thing. I feel like people don't really understand the severity of something like that, how often it actually does happen. We think we're invincible.
Yeah.
You don't know who's coming up. The devil's dressed in all sorts of fancy ways, and you don't even see him coming. So I think that, that's really wonderful. What motivated you to do that?
To be honest, it's right here in our backyard, right in Richmond, Virginia, Colonial Heights, Chester. As a matter of fact, we just had an incident probably about a couple of weeks ago. I don't know if you heard about that, where the girl just almost got snatched up. Well, she did get snatched up at the Walmart on South Crater Road in Petersburg. And that was like one of my main reasons for doing it. Of course, they caught the suspect, but she was minding her business, going into the store, getting ready to go shopping, and then get snatched up by somebody. But that's my prime example of why I did it. It's like so many people, every day they're just going on with their normal lives and not realizing that these things are going on right up under their nose.
See, that's crazy. And I will say a lot of young girls don't have access to understanding, I feel like, what's really going on around them. I grew up with my mom and her sister are like the biggest scaredy cats ever. I mean, when you consider a helicopter parent, they're literally the definition of it. And they would send us things like that, especially when my sister and I went away to college. They would send us videos of women that would say, hey, when you're in the grocery store or when you're leaving somewhere, make sure you're looking at your surroundings and what's going on around you.
Yes.
And I will say this one time I was visiting my sister in Georgetown when she was going to school, and I had noticed this guy was following us around. Mm-hmm. And we were going into women's shops and looking at shoes and stuff like that. And I look at my sister and I'm like, hey, this guy's acting kind of weird. So finally he followed us into another store, and it was a women's shoe store. And I walked up to him and I said, what's your problem? I did. And my sister's like, you're crazy. Why would you walk up to somebody like that? And I was like, because they don't think that you see them coming, but when you call them out, then they get scared and they run most of the time.
Yeah.
Right.
But you got to make sure you're in a public place. I wouldn't do something like that.
Yeah, and then why are you walking in a women's shoe store if they don't sell men's shoes? So
If you're not making a purchase, it looks weird.
yeah.
Mm-hmm. It does look weird if they're not buying anything. And I will say this, a guy buying shoes for a woman, I think it's bad juju. So I wouldn't do that.
It's a saying to come behind it.
So do you have any upcoming projects?
So right now we're getting ready to do. It's gonna be a season of a cooking war show.
Oh, I love that.
Stiff cooking wars. This my kids. They always arguing about who cooks the best. So we came up with. My son came up with the idea of doing stiff cooking wars. So we're gonna be working on that project next. Doing like our first season is gonna be 14 episodes in the first season. And then we'll go on to work on another movie project after that.
Do you guys have a release date yet?
No, not yet.
No.
No.
So we'll have to. Do you have a website though, right?
Well, I don't have a movie website, but I do have a site where you can go and see my movie, where you can access information for my movies and any other things about me and my company. But like my movies right now are out on Tubi, TV, Prime Video, Roku TV.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
What's that website called?
The website for my
Where people can access, because the quicker people can get in touch with you, the better. I feel like,
yeah. So on my Facebook, it's called It's Chica Casey, and you can go on there and access all of my platforms, my website, and everything.
Nice. So people can like send you messages and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I actually love social media for stuff like that. A lot of times when you're listing off a website, I think the statistic was that people spend like 10 seconds on a website.
Yeah.
If that, sometimes it's actually really more like 5.
Yeah, and I felt like it was a waste for me. So I do have like it's a link page basically, and it have all my information. It has movies where you can go watch my information where you can go watch my movies and things like that.
I love that. I started using Linktree
Yeah.
now because I could link all of our different social media on there.
Right.
Yeah.
So every time people come in there, I'm like, you should use Linktree because then they send one link and it has all your other stuff on it.
Yeah, and I use Beacons because it's more for my the people like doing movies and things.
Yeah.
A lot of us use Beacons. Yeah, even my distribution, they use Beacons.
Really?
As well. Yeah.
So, how are you looking for actors? Are you looking for actors? Are you looking for people to help you out? Any possible employment options for people?
So that's the thing. Okay, so I brought my what I do back to Virginia because I was doing it out of Atlanta, but I've done my movies here. I want to be able to put my people here in Virginia on the map. Like it's so much talent in Virginia that's
There's
crazy.
a lot, yeah.
Yeah, and it's like people don't even have faith and confidence in themselves like that they can do it. And I'm looking at them like, man, you're so talented. Like, why are you wasting your time not using your skills, And they're looking at me like I'm crazy, like me, an actor or actress, or me doing a movie. And I'm like, you're natural. And of course, I have one of my actors here now. He's never acted before, but if you go watch the movie, ask him. They be asking for his autograph and stuff right now, just because they
Really?
love him in the movie. Yeah,
That's awesome.
and he did an awesome job. He really did. He was so natural. You can't tell that he's never acted before.
See, I think we do what's called Spark Conversations here.
Mm-hmm.
Our January one was a big one because January is mentorship month. And one of the things that I talked about, I encouraged my boss. I said, you should do the mentor one. And he said, what are you talking about? I said, I wouldn't be sitting where I'm sitting today if I didn't have a mentor like you that told me I could do it.
Yes.
And I think that's amazing to have people lift people up like that. Sometimes you got to build that bridge to get to the other side by yourself.
Yeah.
But it helps when there's a cheerleader on the other side helping
yeah.
you do it, you know?
Oh yeah, and I got a big mouth, and I'm like, yes, let's do this.
Yep.
Let's go. And people. I've had a couple people in my other movie. I had my first movie I did. That one was Sucker for Love. That's on Tubi as well.
I love that name.
I had a whole lot of people just come to me. Like one of my girls, she was in college, but she didn't know what her major was going to be. So she was just doing something until she was in my movie. And she was like, Miss Chica, you really inspired me. I'm going to change my major to the arts. And so that's what she did. She left after doing my movie, moved to California to pursue her career. I had 2 more actors do the same thing. One came from Lynchburg and Virginia Beach, and they moved to California to pursue their careers. Yes, and then my movie we just dropped, Trapped in the Game, my one of my actors there, she picked up her whole family and moved to Atlanta.
She did?
Yeah, she was a nurse. Like she does She was in the nursing field, and she called me one day. She was in Mexico because that's where she's from, and she was like, Miss Chica, she was like, you never believe what I did, and I was like, what? And she was like, I just packed up my whole family and moved my family to Atlanta to pursue my acting career, and I was like, that's what's up. Like,
That's
I'm
awesome.
grateful that I can inspire people to go for, because she was awesome in the movie as well. So I'm grateful that I can inspire people to, take that talent and just run with it. But I really want to keep our people here in Virginia because we always pick up and we go everywhere.
I know.
Like, we have Trey Songz, we got Chris Brown, we got Missy Elliott, Timberland. All of these people have made it, and they're doing an awesome job. But they're from Virginia, and a lot of people wouldn't know that. We have so much talent here, and I just want to keep it here, and we let everybody know, hey, we can do this here. We don't have to go to other people's state, and it's just to make it. We can do it right here.
Let's be honest, California is a little overrated.
Yeah, Atlanta too. I'm not gonna lie. I lived in both. I lived in California for a while, and I've lived in Atlanta for off and on for 15 years. So they're both overrated to me. So,
I want to go and read it. I ain't been to California yet.
I don't know. All the Californians are moving to Tennessee.
Oh yeah, and
Tennessee
Texas
is nice though.
Yeah, I used to live in Nashville. I love Nashville.
Tennessee.
Yeah, Tennessee and Texas. I know a lot of people that move from California to Texas.
That's crazy. Well, any last words for anybody? How can people get in touch with you if they do want to act for you?
So right now, when we get ready to start our new project, I will post on like Facebook, but I do have where you can get in contact with me on Facebook. And again, my Facebook is going to say Chica. You just type in Chica Casey, and it's going to come up. It's Chica Casey. That's my Facebook page. You can always reach me through there. Also, I can give my phone number, which is 404-502-1518. And also through my email, which is Chica and the Family Productions, spelled CHICA, and the family, and then it's production spelled PRODUKTIONZ @outlook.com.
Awesome. I love it. I'm not a fan of gatekeepers, so the quickest way that people can get in touch with you, the better. Yes. And that way you can get the flow going,
Yes.
Everybody that is listening on BBB Sharing Spotify, please make sure to follow us and share this audio out. Get it out there. You never know who's stuck in traffic and wants something to listen to. And of course, if you're watching on BBB Central VA YouTube, please make sure to like, share, subscribe, and comment down below. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.